Section 8.1, example 2, writing the equation of an ellipse centered at the point other than the origin. What is the standard form equation of the ellipse that has vertices at -2, -8, and -2, 2, and foci -2, -7, and -2, 1? All right, let's draw a picture just so we could see what we're doing. So goes out 8 units. So as high as 1 unit, as low as 8 units. Hopefully that's enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So close. 8. And going out -1, -2. All right, looks good. So starting off with the point -2, -8. So we go -2 down to -8. So that's a vertice. Another vertice at -2, 2. So up here, that's going to be 2. That's another vertice. Next, we have the foci, -2, -7. So -2, -7. It's foci, and another foci at -2, 1. And that's also foci. So based off of this, it looks like our major axis is now our y-axis. So now we're going to write it just a tiny bit different. So we have our x minus h squared over, this time it's going to be b squared because b is going towards our minor axis, or we're going to have our co-vertices at that point. There's a plus here in the middle. Y minus k squared over a squared. It's like a 9. And equal to 1. So first thing we have to find is what h and k are. So let's find the midpoint between our vertices, which is also the midpoint between our foci. Either one, it's still going to give us the correct values. But going from here to here, again, these points are, this is -2, -8. This one's -2, 2. So finding the midpoint between those 2 points. So we would have -2 plus -2 divided by 2. And 2 plus -8 divided by 2. That's how we find our midpoint. -4 divided by 2. This is going to be -6 divided by 2, giving us a point -2, comma, -3. So -2, -3, going down 1, 2, 3. It looks like this is our center. And now that we have that midpoint, we could plug it into our equation up here. So based off of this equation, we have a center at -2, -3. And just to make sure everything is still on that same line, -2. And we go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units for that vertice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units for that vertice. So that is indeed the center. Shift this up a little bit. All right, so now grabbing the information from here and our midpoint, x minus h. So x minus -2 squared over b squared plus our k, -3, y minus a -3 over a squared equals 1. And now from here, let's just simplify this, giving us our x plus 2 squared over b squared plus y plus 3 squared over a squared equals 1. All right, so the next thing we have is our major axis. So we went out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points to get our vertices. So that means that A here is going to be 5. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points or 5 units to get our other vertices. So there A is going to be equal to 5. So let's update that. And we have our y plus 3 squared over 5 squared equals 1. Now we just have to figure out what b is. So remember, for the foci, we have c equal to the square root of a squared minus b squared. And let's see how many units we went out from the center to figure out what c was. So we went out c units for our foci. So 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So far c is equal to 4. Let's see if it matches over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So here c is equal to 4. A is 5. So we have the square root of 5 squared minus b squared. And now we just have to figure out what b is. So in order to do that, simplify, square both sides. We have 16 is equal to 25 minus b squared. With a little bit of math, we have b squared is equal to 25 minus 16, giving us b squared is equal to 9. And we don't have to take the square root because what they're asking for is already b squared. So we just have to fill that part in. So we have x plus 2 squared. B squared itself is 9. So we're just going to plug 9 in here. Plus y plus 3 squared. 5 squared. Oh, there we go. 5 squared is 25. And equals 1. They didn't ask us to finish graphing it or do any of that sort. So here we go. That's our solution. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, bye.